So in chapter 4 of Gibbons, we talk about how teachers can use the mode continuum as a major organizing principle in the planning of the classroom program, and this can be done in a number of stages. So the first is doing an experiment, and this can be done in small groups. Next, you introduce key vocabulary, and this is with the whole class. At this point, the teacher introduces the words to the students, and then the third stage is teacher guided reporting, which is also the whole class, and this can be done via a classroom discussion. Maybe certain groups can share what they found, and after that students are able to do journal writing where it's individual and they get to really talk about what they did and describe the whole process. And so then chapter 5 really focuses on writing in a second language and culture, and it talks about how genres occur within a culture. They have a specific purpose, and this can be to entertain, to persuade, it could be to provide amusement, and then they have an overall structure. So the way that a narrative is structured is different than the way a persuasive essay or a discussion or a report is structured. And then it has specific language features, and so in a persuasive essay you may go off like first, second, third in addition, then however, whereas in a narrative or folklore, it's more like a timeline. You go once this happened, then this happened, and then that happened. And it really talked about the differences between a narrative and an argument, as well as what it means to explicitly teach. And there's actually 4 different stages, and the first one is building the field, and the field is the topic of the text, and in this stage the aim is to make sure that the learners have enough knowledge of the topic to be able to write about it. And this can be done via, and this is something that we do in one of my classes actually, you can create a mind map, or you can create a word bank or a word wall. You can play barrier games, which I thought was really interesting. And then the next stage is modeling the genre, and it's sometimes called deconstructing the genre, and the focus here is on the form and function of the particular genre that the students are going to use in their own writing. And the aim is for them to become familiar with the purpose, the overall structure, and then just the features of the text type that they're going to be working with. Next, there's a joint construction, and here teacher and student write a text together so that the student can see how the text is written, and later on through the 4th stage, independent writing, they're able to write the text on their own. And so the chapter goes on to talk about additional scaffolding for young learners and EL beginners, and one of the ways that you can further support English learners is if they're already literate in their mother tongue, you can encourage them to continue to write their story or their writing in the home language. It's a major resource for becoming literate in English, and really building up both languages at the same time is very beneficial. You can also have students use picture sequencing with a group of students, or you can have them use a dialogue letter or a dialogue journal, or jumbled sentences, or writing a framework. And these are just some really helpful tips.